Welcome to Michael Myers Minute, where we delve into the 1978 horror classic Halloween 1 minute at a time. I'm your host, Robert Black. As minute 50 begins and Annie and Lindsay walk back toward the house, the phone rings. Lindsay races across the yard, Annie runs after, and we've got guests. Sean German and Dave Pallas of Groundhog Minute back again. Welcome back.
Hey, glad to be here.
Yeah, thanks for letting us back in the house. We're glad to be out of that laundry shed and back in the house of the podcast.
Now, a little housekeeping up front. Dave, you keep referring to Annie and Lindsay as sisters. Annie is just babysitting.
Ah, shoot, I did. No, that's me forgetting this film. I'm only focus on these minutes, and I forget.
I kept meaning to point that out last minute, and then we kept talking about other stuff, and I never got back to it.
I mean, no, that makes more. Now that makes a lot more sense. Like, that's why she's not used to the laundry shed locks and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, she just doesn't know how the laundry shed works.
Although that is kind of weird. Oh, I guess it's not that weird. Like doing laundry at a stranger's house, but I guess it makes sense because it's not her house, so she doesn't have a change of clothes. And...
yeah, she has her clothes. She's putting another person's dad's shirt on, you know, getting her jubblies up in that.
Now
thing.
now that is weird. That she's naked under this strange older man's shirt.
This man, he's just gonna smell his shirt. He's like, "Yo, a teenager was in this shirt. You know, what do I do about this? What if the wife finds out? You know."
Like he's gonna get in trouble. Like, oh honey, why does your shirt smell like teenage butter and popcorn? And he's be like, I don't know. I wasn't even wearing that shirt. Now Lindsay's from a broken home. That's why they need a babysitter.
God, yeah, I feel bad. Like, man, a dog would have been a better babysitter for Lindsay.
Well, they had a dog. He died a few minutes ago.
Ah, damn it! Michael Myers, knock it off!
Oh, you.
God.
Scamp.
Yeah, he died at the end of minute 44.
Yeah. So we in the beginning, not the very beginning, but like what, 5-6 seconds in to this minute, had me going back to the other minute because I'm like, wait, why is the phone ringing? And then I had to go back and watch the previous minute again to realize, oh, Lindsay just hangs up the phone and just assumes, Paul's going to call back.
Yeah.
And again, when she picks up the phone, she isn't like, hello, who is this? She knows who she just hung up on. And she knows he's just going to call back.
Yeah, she's smart. So, all right, Sean, what's the first mistake that you noticed? Or no, Rob. Well, Rob's going to say it, but Sean, you get to guess what the mistake is.
What's the mistake? The mistake is not making microwave popcorn. Obviously, that's the mistake. Oh man,
I'm not
like
sure
right in the beginning of the minute.
I think so. It's not a problem of it's an in-world. It's an in-world thing, not like a production of the movie. Like blooper. It's an in-world production. It's in the universe. It's about as odd as a laundry shack.
Let's see.
I'm looking at this.
Overthinking.
I'm looking at the popcorn and the oil sitting on the counter, and it's so if she's doing laundry because she spilt the melted butter. Like butter melts pretty quickly. Wouldn't you make the popcorn first?
Well, the popcorn was made.
Oh, the popcorn is made.
Yeah, there's a bowl of popcorn off to this.
Okay.
You can't see it in this angle, but it's
all right. All right, I'm just going to say, because I just feel like, I'm just going to say it.
Okay.
I've never seen a mounted to the wall kitchen phone.
Yes.
Kitchen phones are always mounted to the wall. As long as I remember houses, I've always seen kitchen phone. The phone in the kitchen is always mounted to the wall.
With a really long cord.
That's the rule. You don't put
your older
your
sister
phone
twists
on
around
the
while she's talking to her boyfriend. I know that one. Yeah, it's a good point.
You don't put the phone on the counter space in front of the pills. You put it. It should be mounted to the wall right next to the oven, right there. It's where the phone should be.
Good eye. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
There's also no plug there for the phone on the wall.
But you would wire once. You would find a wire. Or
this phone isn't attached to anything, is what I'm saying.
you would do that, or you'd wire it, or like in universe, you would wire it, somewhere next to these cabinets or something. Like,
yeah, you look like I'm looking like right. You see, opposite from the oven is there's the shelf with the Quaker Oats.
Yeah,
like that area. That's where a wall mounted phone,
or it'd be by the doorway, but that's out of the frame.
Yeah. Or opposite where the camera is. Opposite where the camera is, on the other side of the kitchen where the cameraman is standing, that's where a wall phone would go. So,
or even we can see by the door, there's a little bit of, it looks like counter on the other side of the oven. Even if you put the phone there, because again, near the oven, the stove, where you're cooking,
your wire's going to
all that counter space is you need it when you're cooking and you got bowls or whatever.
Yep.
You're not going to waste that counter space on a phone.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
But they wanted her to be
able
to talk on the phone earlier when she was cooking, so they put it there. And they couldn't attach one to the wall because the production couldn't afford to mess with people's bricks. Nice catch.
All right.
As I was going to say, like, is this real brick or is this that fake 70s brick? Where it's like plastic,
I don't know this. I posted pictures of this on Instagram this past week, and what the house looks like now, it doesn't have that brick, so I don't know.
Of course not. That's gaudy.
It looks like fake brick, because some of them look like they have some texture, but some of them they look too smooth to be real brick. I think in those things, they're like maybe an eighth of an inch thick. It's like a brick veneer. There's no actual bricks there. That's just my opinion.
Right, so that's my first. All right, so let's,
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, Jolly Time. Obviously, it's not Jiffy Pop, so this is Jolly Time. Is hey, it's gonna be a jolly time. You making this? It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be low. It's gonna be a lot of stirring oil and splattering it.
You were in for a jolly time.
Yeah, it's sarcastic. Opposite is the quick. I never heard of quick Quaker Oats. It's just usually just good old fashioned Quaker Oats. Like, it's oatmeal. What else you want? That's what usually the cans say. It's oatmeal. Like, what do you care?
That's
You're eating oatmeal. You lazy bum.
We have what looks like prescription bottles.
Oh yeah, this is where you. This is
next to the stove.
I mean, like, yeah, I feel like these should be on like a windowsill in the kitchen. I don't know. Like,
they should be on the other side of the kitchen by the sink.
Put their pills. That's not my place. I don't know if you want to put your pills in the medicine cabinet. If you want to have them like near the junk drawer on your way out. If you want to have them in a Monday through Friday pill bin. That's not my place.
Maybe just somewhere where Lindsay can't get to them. But
I do agree about that. I do agree about that. Yeah, having them out of the way for the kid, or at least the kid. I mean, then again, Lindsay seems like an actually good daughter, Like, yeah. I think if like they just left her some pre-popped popcorn, I think she probably would have eaten cold popcorn and watched TV and like just, drank water. Not even soda. She would just drank water and been a good daughter the whole night.
I have a feeling Annie is more trouble than leaving Lindsay alone.
Yeah. Oh no, Annie was.
They would have been better off. I think Annie's the one who needs the babysitter. She's the one who's getting into trouble.
Yes, thank you. I think I wrote that note. Thank you. God, like it is. It's like the more I watch, the more we loop this and watch this minute, I'm just like, oh my God, like is this the first babysitter stereotype? Like, is this the first one? Like, I want to know, like, what's the oldest ditz babysitter that gets it? Like, because she is like prime number one, like on the BuzzFeed
stereotype,
top, yeah, the BuzzFeed top babysitter, dumb babysitter trope.
I got obsessive and zoomed in on the phone to see what the phone number was too, and I'm pretty sure it's the wrong area code. It's 818, which is LA. So this was someone's phone.
This is the house phone from LA.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you. Couldn't get a wall mount phone. There's so many things it could have done.
And we said last time that Lindsay, like, she didn't care what happened to Annie, but the first thing she does is tell someone what happened to Annie. Second 9, she got stuck in the window. She'll be right here.
Yeah.
She doesn't even know who called. I mean, she can assume it's Paul, but
right. But yeah, she doesn't know who it is. But whoever it is,
anybody.
They're just gonna know Andy was stuck in a window. But hey, could have happened to anyone. Yeah, and I like so. And then following that, as soon as we hear that my parents are gone, there's that musical cue. Music's so important to the mood and everything for this movie.
You know what? That's what I realized. That's what confused me, Rob. She says my parents are gone. Well, this isn't her house. Like, who cares if her parents are gone? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did she say my parents?
Well, I thought the minute she says my parents are gone or something, like, come over. You got the script. Rob.
Yeah, isn't that what?
Say?
Yeah, and my copy of Word just froze on me.
No, it's Paul
opening it on my phone.
Yeah,
Paul does, because he was grounded.
His parents are gone.
Yeah.
Which is why, I guess, does Paul not have his own car? Like, why does she got to go and pick up Paul?
Oh,
she tells him to walk, so apparently he's not that far.
God, this is such a pathetic couple. Like, ugh. Like, maybe I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to get horror films now where you're just like, oh my God, put them out of their misery. This is pathetic. She can't work popcorn. She's wearing some other man's shirt. He's like, my parents are gone. Can you pick me up and get me a lollipop? Like, oh my God, this is the man she wants to like mac on her. Like, oh,
voiced by John Carpenter, by the way.
What?
The voice is John Carpenter, by the way.
Whoa! What?
Oh. All right, have a seat over there, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how? I mean, like, I know he's old now, but like, he was what? Maybe
he was 30.
30.
And
yeah.
the actress, she was 28. But playing
that's not so
17.
This is one of those classic cases of like. I mean, she's playing it so dumb that you can almost believe she's like 19.
Yeah. Because she is supposed to be a teenager, right?
Yes, they're juniors.
She has to be old enough for I not to feel too dirty about like looking at this woman only wearing a shirt, you know.
Right.
Well,
like,
and she was wearing less than that earlier.
If she's playing any younger, I'd feel really bad about this.
Yeah. All right. So we'll say 19 for Dave's sake.
For my sake, yeah, a junior. It's like, junior high school, yeah.
Otherwise, you have to report it to your parole officer, right?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, she's a junior high school. It clocks her at like 17, 18. I'm just like, come on.
She probably got left back a couple years.
Actually, I believe, if I remember the birth dates of the characters, Annie is 18. Lori and Linda are 17.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. And you're not watching the minute where Linda's topless, so you're okay.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's get to the juicy part. Let's get to Mr. Myers himself hanging out that open
second
window.
26. Actually, right before he shows up,
yeah,
I got a nice line from the novelization, because Paul in the movie says, "Sure, stuck in a window," but then in the novelization he says, "Anyone with your figure," suggesting she got stuck because of her figure.
Yeah, that's teenage guys are not the smartest in terms of what to say and what not to say to a woman.
Yeah, you try to say like, "Oh yeah, you fat broad, you're stuck in a window, you pig. Hey, why'd you pick me up?
Yeah, now come get you, pick me up. Yeah.
Pick me up and make me some popcorn." God, the losers.
But yeah, then second 26, of course, we get to see the shape outside the window. Well, the doors. The French doors.
At first I was like, well, why is the door open? And I realized, well, she's probably going to run back out there and actually, like, finish the laundry. But, I guess my question is, why is it the reason he doesn't want to kill her? What do you think? I mean, we're going to hypotheticalize a serial killer.
Yeah.
But is it like he hears like a guy coming and he's like, "Ooh, wait a second, don't kill her yet. I can get both of them. Ooh, I just gotta wait a bit, you know?"
Or he doesn't... Well, he hasn't been inside the house yet. So maybe he's just hesitant to go inside because the lights are on.
Could be it could be lights.
Does he have to be invited in first?
He's not a vampire.
That's vampires, yeah.
Well, I mean,
he has to be invited in, or everyone has to be dead.
Because think about it, in this situation, like she's gonna go pick up her boyfriend and then come back to the house, and then he can kill them both. So I guess my idea or his idea, because he's disappeared. So, what do you think? Do you think he is still outside? Oh, no, he is outside because we see him later next minute. So my idea is that he's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna eventually make myself into the house, and then I'll just, then I'll wait for him, and then I'll get it both. I get boom, ba bang, get a couple of teenagers.
I mean, he does show there is some thought process. Like there's the ability to plan and think about the future, because he doesn't just rush in at this moment. And if I remember correctly, Laurie actually gets it, Annie gets it. She's outside the house. So he's actually waits for her to go outside. So these,
And he waits till she gets rid of Lindsay.
Yeah.
So like he's not killing, maybe he just doesn't want to kill around the kid.
Right. Hey, you got to draw the line somewhere. But he's hearing the conversation.
Until the new movie, that was the thing with Michael, is he didn't do things to kids, even though in the 4th and 5th movie he was trying to kill a kid. Generally speaking, he didn't go after kids or do things around kids. Everyone freaked out because he kills one in the new movie.
Right.
Oh, he did the new one?
Yes.
Well, I mean...
It's a 15-year-old, but the kid looks younger.
Well, was the kid asking for it, or what?
No.
Yeah, because usually, it's people like Annie and Paul that are immoral and kind of deserve it.
You're already spoiling the new movie. You gotta tell me how he does it. Now I'm just morbidly curious.
Oh, he bangs his head against the window. It's not that exciting a kill. It's just exciting because he's killing a kid that looks like he's like maybe 12 or 11.
Okay.
It's played by a 15-year-old, but he looks younger.
But I mean, the idea is that, was this kid in his way or something?
Yes. They find the bus that has crashed from the prison transfer thing, and so Mike needs the vehicle. Mike. My friend Mike needed a vehicle.
Yeah.
and this kid, whose name is Lumpy, his nickname anyway,
Lumpy,
was in it and had a gun. So Michael bangs his head against the window and takes the vehicle.
The kid had a gun?
Yes, he and his father were driving. They were going hunting. They were driving to go hunting, and then they come upon his bus crashed at the side of the road.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's right at the beginning of the movie. It's not a huge.
It's the beginning of the movie. Okay, okay.
Yeah. So then, Paul said, we've already said, his parents are gone. And so that's fabulous. When did they leave? Which actually doesn't seem that important as long as they're gone.
She says, let's stop talking. Charlie's the line here. Oh, lots of things. Yeah, let's stop talking about them and start doing them. Like, Paul's got it really easy. This girl just really wants to have him,
Yeah.
Man, that's God, like
that was her plan for tonight. Was they were gonna have sex while Lindsay watched TV.
Whew, man,
that's a plan.
Yeah, you're guys. Yeah, it really makes you sad with Michael Myers.
Well, yeah, and so now change of plans. Annie is gonna ditch Lindsay entirely.
Yep.
I don't know. See, I think that'd be weird being in. Well, I guess they're not complete strangers. She's babysitting, but she's in somebody else's house.
Yeah.
With none of the family are going to be there. Like once she gets rid of Lindsay, then it's like, all right, you shouldn't be there. Like that there's no reason for you to be in this, these other people's house.
No.
Other than to philander with your boyfriend.
And also she's essentially throwing away any future profits of babysitting. Because, all Lindsay has to say is, oh, she put your clothes on, she did this, that, she got locked in the laundry machine, and then she went to pick up Paul, and she hung out him, and they kissed each other a lot, and the parents were like, oh, okay, well, we're not going to pay you. And we're probably at the next PTA just going to tell everyone that you're not a good babysitter. So
right. You're going to get a very poor Yelp review.
I mean, maybe she wasn't caring. Like I said, maybe like she's not been a good babysitter. Like she's just gotten by on the minimum work, and now it's just...
Yeah.
Although this is also, it's the late 70s where parents aren't listening to kids, so I'm sure whatever story Lindsay tells the next day, the parents are going to be like, whatever.
God, Lindsay would be too bored to tell the story.
If we wanted to hear your yapping, we wouldn't have hired a babysitter. We would have been home with you. Take the hint.
Yeah, I guess her parents are out at a Halloween ball or something.
Yeah, they're supposed to be out for, I think it's 6 hours. They're going to be gone until the late.
Yeah. Oh my God, are they going to an orgy?
I assume so. It's the 70s.
Yeah,
like all the parents are at a
key party. Meanwhile, their young preteen daughter is not trick-or-treating on Halloween.
God.
Are they like, is this one of those deals where like they're raising their kid Amish? They're like, oh no, we're going out. We're not Amish, but you got to stay home. Build a barn or something. No Halloween for you.
Should build a shed.
Yeah, build a shed.
Yeah.
Build a shed and then do laundry in it. That explains a lot.
And then at the end of the minute, Rob Black gets to hear his little intro song, his little intro thing here.
TV announcer for the Horror-thon.
Is that been a thing, or is that created for the movie?
I believe the specific one was made for the movie.
Okay. Because it's good, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's playing over the sound of the flying saucer from the other Forbidden Planet, which they show later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about my minute, my notes for this minute. Because I don't want to talk about afterwards. That's tomorrow's minute.
Yeah, right? The only other thing I have here is when she says my clothes are in the wash, like, well, I can't come now, my clothes are in the wash. In the novelization, he tells her to come without them.
Yeah.
In the movie, you can't tell what he says. It's too brief and quiet.
Yeah.
That's why she tells him, shut up, jerk, I've got a shirt on.
I got some guy's dad's shirt on.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So yeah, what is the plan? Because laundry, takes like an hour, 45 minutes, and then the dryer, that's another 45 minutes.
Well, she's only washing a shirt, 2 shirts and some pants. That won't take too long in the dryer.
How much butter was she melting?
It was hard to tell.
And it got everywhere.
Well, the way they filmed it, she really obviously splashed it on herself. It was kind of bad.
Oh, I'm so buttery. What am I going to do? Okay.
I mean, I remember my parents, they bought that friggin', it was like a month before we ever started using microwavable popcorn. It was that machine with the spout where it's essentially like a hot bowl and then the popcorn would come up the spout and then...
Yeah, the air popper.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, and then that had the little, a cup on top that the heat from the popcorn would melt the butter.
Yeah.
If you had the good one.
But now, nowadays, you get a nice Newman's Own light butter with sea salt, low sodium popcorn, and then you eat it. It's like 90 calories, and it's not that bad, How far we've come.
Advances in popcorn technology.
This is advanced popcorn technology.
Yeah, this is one of those things, a lot of times people watch old movies and TV shows and say, oh, if they just had cell phones, none of this ever would have happened. This will just say, hey, if they had the modern day popcorn of the 21st century, this never happens.
So it never happened.
Never happened.
I don't know. Michael Myers still would have probably killed you, but at least you would have had pants on.
At least you would have had pants on.
He might have killed someone else because they came outside first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he lives longer at least.
Yeah, and he lives to see maybe another hour. Eventually, her and Paul would get stabbed. There's no way around it.
Paul lives.
Oh,
you never see him.
Oh,
she never makes it
to
pick him up.
Yeah, because Annie gets it she's like on the way to pick up Paul. Like she never makes it there to get him. He dodges a bullet in more ways than one. There you go. So do you think so Paul end up hooking up with Lori later? Like he takes her to the prom now that Annie's out of the way?
Well, since I like Halloween 2, I gotta say no, because Lori hooks up with Jimmy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that. All right.
Of course, I also like the comic books, so Jimmy ends up dead in May. So, yeah. Maybe she hooks up with Paul after.
Yeah,
anything
but
else for minute 50?
Yeah, that's all the notes I have for minute 50, yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So, Sean, Dave, remind the listeners, how can they stalk you?
You can find me over at 5minutesofmystery.com, where I'm talking all sorts of superhero powers in the Champion City, talking about Mystery Men from 1999 with Ben Stiller and William H. Macy.
Nice. Yeah, 5 minutes of mystery, talking about Mystery Men. I was on for the minute 40 to 45 with, William H. Macy, Janine Garofalo, Paul Rubens, the guy from Kenan and Kel, who's not the one who's on Saturday Night Live, but the other one.
Yes, that's his name.
The other one, yes.
The other one, yeah. Great cast, great show. So, you can stalk me there. There's also these bushes in my backyard you can linger behind and kind of look in the back windows, and we'll never see you. So that's nice. A good way to stalk me. Although I'm up in New England, we got the deer ticks, we got the West Nile. There's mosquitoes. So you know what? That's probably not a good idea. So don't stalk me through the bushes in my backyard.
That's dangerous. Yeah.
Just listen to the podcast. That's really the safest way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep it safe. And so, Rob, you're asking all the questions. No one's asking you. If the listeners want to stalk Robert Black, where can they do that?
Oh, well, you can stalk me. Where do I work? No, you can stalk me on Twitter and Facebook at Myers Minute, or Instagram, Michael Myers Minute. That's the one that's having the most fun lately. I post stuff on there almost every day. And posted a whole bunch of pictures of the inside of the Wallace house just today.
Cool.
And so don't forget to subscribe, leave a nice review if you like what you hear. Until next time.
See you later. Bye. Bye. It's Halloween. I guess everyone's entitled to one good scare, huh?